right. Well, thank you all for bringing your loved ones with you today, your pets. We have a guinea pig, right? And we have cats. We have any cats? And we have dogs. Wow. Well, when Diane said, "Would you do this for me today?" Because I don't feel like going because I want to stay home. I said, "Okay, I'll do it." And she gave me her sermon, and I added a few things to it. And I like the phrase that George Burns once said, that a good sermon, the secret of a good sermon is to have a good beginning and a good ending and have the two as close together as possible. And I think that's true, So, and it reminded me of a minister that I know that stood up before his congregation one Sunday and said, "I have here in my hand 3 sermons. I have a $100 sermon that lasts 5 minutes. I have a $50 sermon that lasts 15 minutes. And I have a $20 sermon that lasts an hour. So now we'll take the collection and see which one I'm going to deliver." Well, you're in luck because I'm going to deliver the short one. Abraham Lincoln once said, "I care not for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it." And I love this from the Native Americans. They said, "God made the earth, the sky, and the water, the moon, and the sun. He made man and bird and beast, but he didn't make the dog. He already had one." Isn't that great? So today, we welcome you all to our pet blessing, and we're doing this in the honor of the patron saint of animals, St. Francis of Assisi. He's remembered for his compassion towards animals, and it was said that animals, particularly a lamb, would follow him everywhere he went. And there are many stories concerning St. Francis' love, his great love for animals. For him, all creatures were equals, not as subjects to be dominated, to be exploited, or abused. St. Francis was a true steward, a caretaker of God's precious creation, a brother to the animals, all animals, without discrimination. And it's said that he often sang and preached directly to birds and other animals, praising God's presence in each of them. So we honor him and these precious animals today. So thank you for coming to our pet blessing so that we can celebrate the love of spirit as it expresses through the animals, the four-legged, the furry, the feathered, the finned, who share the earth with us. And my catchphrase as an animal lover and advocate is based on the words of Ernest Holmes, who said in his book, This Thing Called Life, he said that God is life, not some life, but all life. So to me, loving our pets is just another form and way by which that we love God. Respecting our animals is just another form of respect for God, for ourselves, and for each other. To love a pet as a member of our family is to release prejudice in all forms. So you've come today out of your love for your pets to receive a blessing for them. And here's what that means. A blessing is a prayer, invoking and knowing and accepting that perfection, wholeness, and the full presence of the only presence of light, love, and spirit is there in and as your pet, thereby knowing their highest and their best good as we would know the same for you. Your animal needs you, your family, and your home. So my blessing includes the entire family, knowing health, prosperity, and stability for everyone. So I'm going to ask you now to join me in a healing prayer for all animals without a loving home or family. We know that there is one loving spirit that takes many forms. There are the wild and the free that we bless. We include the fish and mammals of the oceans and the waters of the world, the birds, the bears, the wolves, and the exotic animals that live far from here. And we bless those who are in zoos or aquariums or who are not free. And I want to send out a blessing to my niece, who is a veterinarian, who has now become on top of that, a large animal dentist. And she works in the San Diego Zoo, working on giraffes and hippopotamuses and elephants and doing dental work, and she travels around the country doing that. So we bless those who are in zoos, and we know that those who care for them, these animals, are loving and responsible with them. We especially bless those who live with the circuses around the world. And speaking of circuses, we do have some tickets that the Shriners sent us for the circus. I think it's this next week here in Nashville. You buy one ticket and you get one free, and this is their last time that they're going to have the elephants in the circus, which is a good change. Okay. We bless all of those animals that are endangered. We bless all rescue groups and shelters around the world. And know that only those who care are working with the animals in these places. Places called pounds, shelters, and humane societies. Animals who are on the street. The many, many feral cats who live amongst us unseen. And, not to be forgotten, the food animals. Let our consciousness increase to the point where there is no cruelty at all in the process, if it is necessary of providing food to ourselves and other animals. Let us thank the sacrifice made by these animals daily and allow greed to move away from this process. Instead, let there be honor. Bless the consciousness that is closing puppy mills and is expanding the spay-neuter programs, educating and making them affordable for all. Bless the city shelters and their goals to become no-kill zones. And bless the rescue groups who work with horses, rabbits, birds, dogs, and cats every day. May great abundance be theirs for their sacred work. And most of all, may all animals in search of a new loving home find one. May all who decide not to have an animal because they have lost a dear one be healed and they reconsider. May hearts that have been closed now open. Thank you, God, that this is now so, and so it is.
What's in there?
Guinea pig.
Where's Blessing today?
Didn't come today.
No blessing for Blessing. Oh. Did Fiona straighten up now? Is Fiona, does that help? not gonna bring my picture.
Animals, does any people want a blessing?
What's the guinea pig's name?
Well, this is our first annual pet blessing, so
She's not camera shy.
like our practice, just to stay up here
Oh, he's a good boy.
because your challenge is
Stella. Stella's such a lover.
bless you and do spiritual mind treatment for you and know the spiritual truth that you are
It's
also,
video, you don't
as
have
your
to
pets
post.
are whole, complete, and perfect.